Hi everyone, welcome back to Fleecimals Friday. I'm Michelle with Fleecimals, here to teach you some life skills with crafting and sewing. In today's video, I'll show you some basics and an overview of how to use a Cricut in order to create a custom box for any occasion. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. All right, so I have set up the Cricut file already, and don't worry about learning all of the details about setting these up and designing your own, as I will have multiple videos on how to use and run a Cricut, as well as how to design your own vector images so that way it cuts cleanly. So this image I did find online. You can pay for some like this one, and there are free ones available as well. Just make sure that when you're searching, you use the words SVG or vector in order to get a non-pixelated image. So I have it set up in Design Space with this frame around it. This is the size of my box. This isn't going to be necessary in the final cut, as I don't need to cut the box itself. I just wanted to make sure that the sizing of this ring was correct. So I can delete that. I'm now going to select everything and come down here and press attach, so that way they are all together. So these triangles won't just cut separately. We're going to now press make it. And I already have my Cricut on, set with the silver knife, which is perfect for vinyl. And I also have already set up the vinyl within the mat, but I'm actually going to peel that off and show you a good way to do this. So now that we can see where our cut is going to be placed on our mat, what I like to do is I like to actually set up the dimensional lines against the 1x1 corner, because on Cricut they eliminate the outer quarter edge. So really you're only getting a cutting area of 11.5 by 11.5, and I find this really irritating because it doesn't have a marking on the mat in order to show you where that is. So I like to place it to the 1x1. I have a vinyl sticker sheet sized appropriately to be 3 inches and a little over 4, which is about the size of my cut. So I'm going to start by setting it just a little bit overhanging that 1x1 line, and taking my Cricut Blayer, which is essentially just a rubberized roller, and getting it really stuck onto the mat. I'm going to insert it into my Cricut, and we can press continue as it gets all set up. My Cricut is a Cricut maker, so it also can set up via Bluetooth, so you can set it up with USB. That's how I used it the first couple of months, but it just takes a minute for it to set up wirelessly. So I'm going to choose vinyl, and in this tools and material area, it will tell you which blade to use and where to place it in your Cricut, and then all you have to do is press go, which is the little Cricut logo. So as it's cutting, I'm going to pull out this transfer tape. This is the Cricut brand transfer tape, and as you can see, it's not attached to the roll, as it is reusable. You don't have to use it once and throw it away. So this piece is large enough for the vinyl that we're using. So we're just going to take it out, unload the material, and we're going to actually weed it, which is taking away all of the all of the outer pieces that we don't want while it's still connected to the mat, in order to ensure that it's still in the same location. And it also keeps the actual piece very flat, which I find very helpful. We're just gonna pull off all the excess very carefully. If one piece does pull up with what you're pulling out, you can lay it back down, smooth it into the spot that you want, and keep going. So now we have our piece, and we're going to take our transfer tape and carefully making it as flat and tight as possible. I'm going to go from one corner to the other. I'm going to lay down the transfer tape. So this is really where this scraper tool comes in handy, and you can get them for as little as $1 at certain stores. But this one happened to come with my Blair tool, which was the real reason that I bought the set. So we're just going to scrape down the whole area of our piece to make sure it's really stuck to this transfer tape. Now we're going to take I happen to have a tool for this, but you can also use just the scraper. You can use a credit card. I'm going to peel underneath the backing of the vinyl to lift it up off of the mat. We can put our mat aside, actually close our Cricut. So now we have it here. We're going to go onto the back and scrape again, because now we want the silver to release off of this white backing paper and stay on the clear. So we're going to carefully peel it up and pull back slowly but at an angle. And here's where we get all these details in that we want to make sure stay. As you can see, I pulled up one of the triangles from the diamond. All you have to do for this is lay it back down in that spot, re-adhere it, make sure it's really stuck on there, and continue to peel up. So that'll leave you just with the vinyl on the sticker and nothing on this backing piece. Now I'm going to take my box that I have, and spotting it from the top, I'm going to try to center it as best I can. You can also just put it at an angle however way you want to, but I want to put it in the center. And then I'm going to use my scraper tool to scrape down again. This way, getting the vinyl stuck from the transfer tape onto the box. Carefully peel. This box seems to also really like the transfer tape, so little pieces of the fiber are coming off, but overall the appearance doesn't change the box for me, so I'm going to leave it as is. You can use a less sticky transfer tape if you do have this problem and want it to be cleaner. You can find them, I believe the Dollar Tree has transfer tape, but people have said that it can be even stickier than the Cricut kind, so you can try out a variety of things. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed this week's video of Fleecimals Friday. If you have any recommendations or questions that you want to see answered in a future video, definitely leave them in the comments below, and share this video with your family and friends. Thanks. Bye.